Okay, we're on. We're on. We're in the closet.
What are we talking about today, sir?
I don't know.
Yes.
I do. I know. I pulled up this silly article that is. It says 53. We're not going to do 53 questions.
I was going to say, I don't have time for that.
That's
though.
a lot of questions. It's 53 relationship questions that will make your love life better.
Ooh, are you saying that you need your love life better?
No, I think of you.
You were shaking your head yes
I
right
always think of you first. So I was thinking she needs to make her love
wow.
life better.
there. Okay, I see how it goes.
Just kidding. I definitely need to step up my game. I want to make my. I always will want to make my love life better.
I think everybody needs to make their love life better.
That's what makes things good is when you want to get better.
Right, you should always want to get better.
Just because I'm the best in the world, that should fuel me. No, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm saying if I'm the best at something, if I'm Michael Jordan, if I'm those guys, you gotta be that. Being at the top should fuel you to get better.
You're the Michael Jordan of love lives.
I'm not.
Okay, well then
I'm
you're
not.
the LeBron James, just under Michael Jordan.
Not quite. LeBron's not just under Jordan, but
So excuse me.
I see what you're saying.
I thought you would
And
like
this is a team thing, so we are something. I don't know. We are together. That's something great because it's been 30 years almost.
We're the Michael
And
Jordan
we're only
and Scottie
45
Pippen
years old.
of love lives.
We're the yes.
I'm a Scottie Pippen, obviously.
Well, probably not.
Why?
Because Jordan's better than Pippen.
Well, you're better than me at
We're
love
not
life.
recording any of this.
Why?
Actually, we are. We're just not using a microphone because I didn't plug it back in, but now I did.
What'd you get with you have one job.
It recorded all of that. It just the sound wasn't as great. Your side isn't on for some reason.
Well, it's because I'm loud enough. I don't need to be any
weird.
louder. Anyway, it's not a good thing to be complacent in your love life. It's not good to be complacent with anything, I don't think. I feel like that's one of my biggest fears as far as like, not like, you have a problem with your lid there? Not like an outward fear of like fear of the dark or fear of whatever, but I have a fear of complacency. Being complacent.
That's a healthy fear.
Yeah.
Because if you're not growing, you're dying.
And that's with anything in life. So anyway, go over this list.
Well, now I see there's one side. I hope it sounds okay.
Oh my gosh. We're not stopping.
Should we keep going or should I stop it and then restart it?
Oh my gosh. Stop and restart.
Not restart it, but start it where it's at.
Okay, let's do that.
You know what I'm
Please
saying?
hold.
Please hold. Okay, we're back.
All right.
We've had all kinds of technical difficulties this time.
Well, just go with the
Why is
list.
your side not on?
Jeff, just go with the list. I don't need a side. I'm loud enough as it is. We already heard that. Let's go over the list. Who cares if...
You are pretty loud.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here's the list.
I'm about to fire you.
Here's some questions that can change your love life.
Make your love life better.
That says make your love life better. Here it says change. I don't know. They need to get more consistent. Strengthen, whatever. Okay, here's the first question. What was your first impression about your partner?
My first impression on you was like, ooh, I like him. I'm going to date him, I think. That was my first impression. Like, I was attracted to you. I thought you were cute. I thought you were funny. You seemed popular.
Yes.
That was my first impression.
That's me. You just literally described me to a T.
This kid's got it together. Look at him.
30 years later, she's like, he does not have it together.
That's not true.
Still does not have it together.
No,
But he pretends really good.
You made a good impression on me. You made me laugh, and I think that because we were in English class, and you always, joked with me, and you made me laugh, and I like that quality in people in general, but especially somebody I'm going to be attracted to. I need that person to make me laugh.
Yes.
Yes. You don't have to be a clown all the time, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to laugh, and you did that, and that was my first impression. Like, oh, he has a really good personality, and he's really cute.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That is very sweet. I was like, whoa, this Kentucky chick is fly. Because that's how we talked back in the 90s.
Fly?
She is so fly.
You didn't say fly.
You're out of my league. I was like, but the thing is, you let me flirt with you in English class, so you gave me that, what I thought was the false hope. I didn't think I really had a chance.
Whatever. Do you remember our English teacher's name?
No.
Ninth grade English. You don't? I do.
I can't remember
Miss
last
Lewis.
week.
It was
Yeah,
Miss Lewis.
now I remember Miss Lewis. That's
I loved
right.
Miss Lewis. There's a lot of people who didn't really care for her, but for some reason, I really liked her and she liked me. I liked Miss Lewis.
Miss Lewis was cool.
Yeah.
I can't really remember what she looks like.
I can.
It's funny how you forget things.
I can-
I was thinking about that the other day. It's like, you remember how growing up, this is off the shoot, right? But we were together since we were young, so you remember this. Do you remember up until probably the early 2000s, like every Sunday in church, my dad and mom sang?
Yeah.
I cannot remember my dad's singing voice. It's gone. Like, I literally cannot remember
can hear
what
it.
he sounded like singing.
What?
And he sang all the time.
I can hear it.
I literally can't remember it.
They sang together and they were always sounded really good together.
They did sing together well. They sang at home growing up, but I can't remember. And they both sang good.
Yeah.
But it's weird the things that fade when you don't
Hear him or see him.
hear like voices of people that are gone, or you can hear them, but like I can hear his voice, but I can't hear him singing.
Right. I think I
Anyway,
can. That's our first impressions.
that's our. You're fly. You're pretty. You were funny too. You were warm and happy.
That was
You're like,
new.
but you're just warm and happy, and you still have that with everybody. Like everybody that comes in to see you, your clients, you like have this warmth and this happy like pull towards you, like you want to be around you. So it was just, I just looked forward to being around you.
That's nice.
Still do.
I don't think everybody has that feeling about me, but thank you.
I think 99.9% of people that know you and have been around
was
you.
That teeny tiny percent, that's a big percent.
Yeah, but they're miserable people. You know, those people are miserable. That's
Thank
what
you,
I
Jeff.
say.
That's really good. I'm glad that I'm glad we both had good first impressions of each other, or we
Yeah,
might not be where
that's-
we are
that's
today.
Enough. That's enough. Can we move on to number 2?
Okay.
What did you like or love about your partner? I was just kidding about cutting you off.
Oh, no.
For the people listening.
I really
Just
feel like
jerks to
I really
each
feel like number one answered number 2, because I just said like I love that you were funny and easy to talk to and like just happy go lucky and laid back. And I also liked that, you know, I thought you were physically cute too. So
I thought you were physically cute. I think that we don't even have to answer.
yeah, I think they go
We already
kind of
answered.
together.
I think even the third question we answered a little bit.
Although
It's
they
just-
might not go together if your first impression of the person was like a horrible like what if my first impression of you was like you're a jerk, and then here we are together, because sometimes first impressions aren't always accurate.
That's true.
Because you could be having a bad day. I think first impressions are important, but I think that they're not always 100% accurate, because you know, you could be having a bad day, you could have an off day, you could have found out bad news, or you could be exceptionally
You'd be nervous.
You could be nervous, so or you could be exceptionally happy for some reason when you're not normally a happy person.
You'd be
You know?
stressed, because when I'm stressed, I
Right.
can't be funny.
Yeah, true. So first impressions aren't always accurate, but they are important. Okay, go ahead, number 3.
How did the relationship start? I think we this
Oh.
kind of part of the first question.
Yeah, it started in English class. You
In
flirted
English
with me.
class. But then I had to ask you to go with me.
Well, you were dating a cheerleader.
Well, and you were
First
dating
of all,
a
you were
senior.
dating one. No, I was not. First
Head
of all,
cheerleader.
you were
Head
okay.
cheerleader.
First of all,
Let's get it straight.
you were dating my friend, and then you started Lisa,
Yes,
and then you
yes.
started dating Megan, which Megan was the head cheerleader, and that's about all I have to say about her. But I was not dating a senior. Here is the thing.
You went on a date?
I went on a date
Therefore,
with
you
a
were
senior.
dating.
No. He never said, do you want to go with me? You want to go out with me? Do you want to go together? Do we want to be exclusive? He took me on a date. I went to the movies on 3 dates with him. I went to the movies with him. I went to his house with him, and I went to church with him. 3 places I went to. That does not mean you're dating. That means we went 3 places like within a week, and then it was done because I was like, ew, I can't do this. You're weird.
Did you try to touch your boobie?
No. We just held hands.
Cool.
That's it.
Nice. That's first base, I think. That's what they call
I mean, that's
that.
all we did, honestly.
Cool.
So that's not dating someone. And then I went to a dance with with a skater. What was his name?
I don't remember.
What was his name? Yeah, you
Goober.
do. You didn't like him.
Goober.
You called him a poser.
He was a poser. He wasn't a skater. He was pretending to be a skater.
What was his name?
I don't
Was it
remember his name.
Nick? No.
Jason?
No. Anyway, I don't remember, but you were dating the head cheerleader, so I thought I had no chance with you. So I just kind of backed off, even though I liked you. I mean, my friends and I would walk up to your house and...
Yeah, y'all would. I couldn't figure out which one of you liked me, though.
It was me. Well, I think it might have been somebody else too, but we won't name names.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so anyway, that's how we met. That's how That's how it all started. And then finally, let me tell you this story. Finally, I guess he broke up with Megan. And when he realized I wasn't actually dating that senior, I don't even remember his name either.
Yeah.
And he called me.
We just had an instant chemistry. So
Yeah,
I had no chemistry with Megan. I remember it was like I couldn't communicate with her. We never talked really. It was just like this formal thing.
You asked me for my phone number, and I think you wrote it on your hand or something, and you got on the bus.
Yeah,
and then you called me.
So cool, man.
And I answered, and I was on call waiting with Amy. Remember call waiting? I was on the phone with Amy, and I heard the boop, boop. And I was like, oh, maybe that's him, because I knew I gave you my number. I was like, I'll call you back. And I clicked over, and it was you. And it was really weird. It was just like, you were like, will you go with me? And I was like, yeah. And you were like, okay. All right, I'll see you at school tomorrow. Okay. And I was so excited, and I ran downstairs, and my mom was making like chili or something, or vegetable soup or something, and I jumped up on the counter because she knew I liked you, because you would always be in Kroger with your basketball. I'm like, that's the boy I like. And she was always like, why does he have his basketball in Kroger? And I'm like, I don't know, but I like him.
I was inseparable from my basketball.
And I was like, he finally asked me out. She was so excited for me. So anyway, and here we are.
It's a great day.
As we told the guy in the gym, the guy in the gym today, he didn't know we were together 29 years.
That's right. 29 years.
He was taken back, I think. Okay.
He's a little taken back.
Yeah.
Do you still like what you loved about your partner, and why? We already answered that.
Now, who was going to say no?
No, I hate it.
No, I hate you're funny.
I hate everything you are, and that it's like it was.
If you didn't still like what brought you together, why would you still be? I don't know. That's a dumb question.
Are you happy with the intimacy you share?
Ooh, I think that we could be more intimate, but our life, I think that a lot of couples can be more intimate. And the reason you're not isn't always because you're not attracted to that person. It's just because, like we were talking about in the car earlier, it's like we have so much going on, especially this year. Everybody does. 2020 with, helping your kids with school. You have this year. There's so much extra this year that I think by the time you get to any intimacy, you're like, I think we just fall asleep sometimes.
A lot of times.
Not that we're not intimate, but it is a different level.
It's a different level because, man, has it got chaotic. The kids are always home. There's no more like in 2018 and 19 before all this went down, when I could slide home when you had some time off, and we could have some fun around the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now we started the habit of quarantine. We get everybody at the house. Everybody's here all day.
All the time. Somebody's always here.
School. Kids are up all hours because they can do their schooling and blah, 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 and maybe I'm a bad parent because I don't have curfew, whatever.
No, you're not.
Anyway. So, and then we get in the habit of all this stress, financial stress because of COVID, and business dropping off, and trying to adjust. So what do you do when you get stressed? You have an extra glass of wine a night.
Right.
What's that do when you're sitting down watching a show? It puts you in relax mode, and then you end up. I think one thing we've done more since all this started is we're intimate in a different way. I think we cuddle more.
Yeah.
I think we fall asleep like against
So we are intimate.
Together,
it's not that,
but we're banging a lot more before this COVID thing came in.
Intimacy
I would still say though, from what I hear on the streets, that for a married couple, couple, we're still banging it out more than the average married couple. So I'm not upset with it. I'm just saying, if they're asking about sex,
but they didn't. It's intimacy.
They got the
intimacy
answer.
isn't always sex.
I know that. That's why I'm saying that part of it. We answered.
Yeah.
The other part, I think we could be intentional about in all of our intimacy.
I think everybody could. I think almost every couple could, if you think about it.
I think couples that are committed and together and share a life, that they have to be intentional. I think when you're dating, it's all the intimacy levels are much, much easier to reach.
Well, yeah, because you don't have the responsibilities that necessarily.
But when you're in a war together,
yeah,
you don't always have time to stop and ask each other how you're doing when you're in the trenches, because you're throwing the guy a gun and you're trying to fight off the enemies.
Right, but you need
together.
You need to be sure, just like the other, you need to not be complacent.
You can't be complacent.
You can't be complacent in your intimacy.
Sometimes you just got to,
What's the next one? I need to find my chapstick. Read it.
Do you feel the same the way you felt for your partner at the beginning of the relationship? Do you feel the same way you felt? They made a typo. Too many thes in there, but I'm going to read it the way I think it should be read. Do you feel the same way you felt for your partner at the beginning of the relationship?
No, I feel more.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Because at the beginning it was all like, oh, like
you're in the honeymoon phase. You're in
well,
the
yeah, but I mean, I still feel
phase.
I still feel that way, but I still am totally into you and like that. But I mean, it's way deeper than it was at the beginning. Obviously, we are in way deeper of a level. We've leveled up a lot.
We've leveled up, yeah. We're definitely in the deep waters.
No,
we're
I
not
don't
in the
feel
kiddie
this.
pool anymore.
I feel like way more. I think any relationship that has grown and flourished would be able to feel a lot more. You know what I mean?
I would agree 100%.
I think people would have different answers depending on how long you've been together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's all relative,
I think it is all relative. I think you're correct. 100 percentile.
Yeah.
Are you positively affecting each other's life?
I think so.
It's a good question.
I mean, I think so. It's just like
I think that's why we're together.
Yeah.
Is we're positive. We don't bring each other down
right.
and nitpick each other.
And we're a team. Just like last night. I mean, I've been working, part-time at GNC 4 nights a week. And, somebody's got to cover how do you say it? Something about slack. What am I trying to say? Cover the...
Somebody's got to pick up the slack.
Pick up the slack. That's what it is. Pick up the slack as far as like making sure the kids have dinner, cleaning up, making sure, the evening routine is going on because we've said it before and we'll say it again. Our end goal for each day is just to end up on the couch together chilling by about between 8 and 9 sometime, with a glass of wine and just chilling, whether we're watching TV, whether we're just talking, listening to music, whatever it is that we're going to be doing. So Jeff picks up the slack or I pick up the slack if one or the other isn't home. So I think that's positively affecting each other's life.
That's one way we positively affect each other's life. But I'll add to that.
Okay.
I think for a lot of people, the big part of that is that neither of us have to be asked by the other to pick up the slack. I think that eats at people when they've got to be asked.
Yeah.
When there's no initiative taken. When they know, you say you got to work longer, right? I say I got to work longer. Kids need something to eat. You come home. This house is a mess. The floors are a mess. And I go, you're upset about it. And I go, you didn't tell me I needed to do that.
Yeah, it's just obvious.
If I would have done it if you told me, right?
Right.
I'd do it if you told me, because I would. But to say what needs to be done, you're going to be getting home later. And when you get here, I don't care what your motive is as a man or a woman. If you don't want them to be pissed, that's a fine motive to get it done.
Well, yeah.
Some people be like, well, no. Whatever it is, my motive is I want to chill with you. I don't want you to be stressed. I don't want to be stressed when I come home. So I think that give and take is key. And I think we're good about not taking advantage of each other. I think some people, you joke sometimes if you take a role for, like if I like you could joke that some guys joke, and I say guys because I only talk to guys about relationship stuff. But they're like, I can't do that because if I do it once, I'll do it for the rest of my life. Like if I do the laundry for her once, it'll be expected forever. We don't have that really.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
If I jump in and take over for you on something, it's not like all of a sudden you're like, why aren't you doing this anymore?
Right, because you did it the one time.
Right.
Yeah. And also positively affecting each other's lives, as you know, there's so many different ways where it's giving each other freedom to do what we want. That positively affects by complimenting each other, doing things together. I think that, we fight and have disagreements, and that's not positive, but for the most part, the majority of the time, I think we positively affect each other's lives every single day.
We do.
Give or take a day or two of one of us being mean.
Right.
Or just having a disagreement or whatever. So,
Which happens.
Well, of course it does.
I think that's, the freedom part's huge. Mm-hmm. That's big. It's big for I think the freedom part is almost essential for your intimacy part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because what you're too much around, or if there's too much like
if you're together too
control,
much,
or expectations of that, then the attractiveness is just not as strong, right? It's just how it is. like it or don't. It's just how it works.
So I say we passed. I say we passed the test on question number 7.
Doing good so far.
We are doing good so far.
Have you started to do something because of each other's influence? Yes. I think so.
Yes, I think so.
I'm trying to think of something.
Well, we
I
started
think
this
this
podcast. I
podcast-
mean, with each other's influence. You started it,
Yes, I influenced
it
you.
was
And you're
your
like,
idea.
Well, yeah, that's a great idea.
right? And I think that I don't know if it's influence or encourage, but I'm always encouraging you to do your art and to keep doing
You
that.
are.
It's not really influencing, because I think influence and encourage is 2 different things. So I don't know if I could really use that as an
Is
example.
that a sneaky question? They're asking us if they've made you do something you really don't want to do.
Oh,
If you started to do something because of each other's influence,
like maybe you drink
you're-
more wine because I've influenced you to do so.
or
What's happening?
it just
Oh,
restarted.
I thought Jeff's iPad was crashing down.
That would stink.
Oh my gosh, it would.
Or is it like I go to plays with you, even though I hate them? But this is you started to do.
Have you
something.
started to do something because of each other's influence? I don't know if that's
I don't know.
You could take that
The
as a
thing is,
positive
we
or a
really-
negative.
Yeah, you could, but we do things together, just like hiking this summer. I think that's something we'll now do forever because
Right.
it was
Oh, of course we
something.
will.
But we came up with it together.
Yeah, I don't know that there's anything that like you influenced me. Like I see you doing it, and therefore I want to do it. I think that's influence.
I mean, you influence me, but I would call that inspire.
I think influence.
Fitness stuff, like me wanting to work harder at that, you didn't influence me to do it. You inspired me to do it.
What
It's
is
a
it?
different thing to me.
I feel like it is. Like, what is it? Hold on, I've got to look this up. What is the definition of influence?
Yeah, because I mean,
Influence.
I would call that
The dictionary says the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. That's stupid.
so that could be just like that
Influence
could,
is the power to have an important effect on someone or something. If someone influences someone else, they are changing a person or thing in a direction but important way.
Okay, so yes, you've influenced me definitely in a fitness and health way, in a eating. You've influenced me in eating right, because I struggle with that.
Yeah.
So that's an influence that you have on me, and have had.
Nice.
So I started eating better because of you, and your influence and your dedication to it.
Awesome.
Not because you told me I had to.
Well, yeah.
The
I
influence.
hate when people think that. It drives me insane.
Influence is not when, I don't think it's when you tell somebody to. I think it's when they follow your lead.
Because
Because they're like, yes, I want to be, just like you said,
Right.
when I did the challenge, and I want to do it again with cardio every single day. You're like, that helped me to do it more. You know,
you influenced me to start like kind of a meditation type of thing, even though we don't do it the same way.
yeah,
We don't meditate the same
you don't
way.
have to. That's the
But you've
beauty of it.
influenced me to take a moment.
I like those shoes.
And
This
get in
ad on
touch.
here. Those are kind
Oh
of
my
nice.
gosh, ADD much? I don't like those.
I think those kind of look neat for hiking. These
Introducing
ones
our
down
new
here,
colors. Who makes those shoes?
They want you to click on it. See, they're
We
not.
can't.
gonna
We can't
tell
go off
us.
this ad. But I don't know about that.
It's
Especially
running
those
shoes.
bottom ones. I don't know.
I like those. The middle ones, like those right there. They look like those aren't slip ons.
I don't know. I don't know if I like those.
Okay,
Anyway,
back to the test.
Go ahead. Maybe it's just the
How
colors.
often do you laugh together?
Oh my gosh, every single day. Almost every single day. Now, there are days that we go by that we probably don't, because maybe we've had a bad day or maybe we're picking on each other. But I would say out of the 7 days a week, 6 days at least, at least, at some point in the day, even if it's through text, like you send me something, we do cry face laughing.
Right,
Even if it's
right,
not an
right.
audible haha, even though I'm laughing. Every single day, Jeff makes me laugh in some way. I could even be rolling my eyes laughing like he did in the parking lot when we just got out at Walmart. He made me laugh. It was inappropriate. It was disgusting, but I couldn't help but
It was
laugh.
disgusting.
So,
It made me very happy.
If I
You laughed and called me an idiot at the same time, which that's what I love, because in most relationships that would probably end them in the doghouse.
I did, I was like, you're an idiot.
But that's when we're together and we're out. You're one of the only people that I could be insanely inappropriate with. Say the most ridiculous things. What is going on there?
Sorry, you guys. These ads that are popping up. Go ahead.
Stop wiping your butt.
This DIY bathroom upgrade is saving Americans thousands on toilet paper. Commercial for you.
Whoa.
It is a guy or a girl sitting on a toilet backwards, and there's water shooting on the private area.
It's like a bidet type thing.
Okay, sorry, we got off track. But
Anyway,
yeah,
wildly inappropriate. I like to say sick, disgusting things. I like to make fun of people.
Sometimes I say that's too far. It's not funny. And I'll tell you if it's not funny. If I don't think it's funny,
You do, but you don't get mad at me.
There have been a couple times I
but I
haven't been
laugh
like, I
at
can't
you.
believe you think this is funny. It's pathetic. It's disgusting, and it really makes me question your integrity. I'll say that, but then I'll go on.
That's when I know I'm doing it right.
You know what I mean? Then I'll move on. It's not like I'm saying mad at you. I'm like, that's disgusting. Don't joke about that in front of me.
That's so amazing.
And if you do, I'm gonna tell you how I feel every time. But yeah, no, we laugh.
I have saved those in notes.
What's wrong with my eye? Almost every single day we find something to laugh about. Even if it's at night when we're watching our stupid our guilt, what is it? Our
guilty pleasure
pleasure TV, yeah.
We watch ridiculous, idiotic television.
Reality in
Makes
quotes
us
here,
happy.
not really reality.
It's the secret to our relationship.
I mean, it is.
Reality TV.
What makes your relationship work? Communication and reality TV.
Reality TV.
Oh gosh. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. What was the last time you dreamt about your partner? When was the last time you dreamt about your partner?
Oh, let's see. Did I dream about you?
You dreamed
last
about
night?
me the night before last because you told me that I was mad at you or something.
Yeah, but I can't remember. What did I say? My eyes are really bothering me.
You're like.
Why did I say I was
you got
mad?
allergies.
Something's wrong.
You got allergies.
Well, I did have a dream we were stuck. I don't remember, but it was like the night before last I dreamed about you. I dream about you all the time. You're in my dreams a lot.
I don't remember my dreams.
Yeah, so I'm not going to hold that against you. What, you don't dream about me?
I'm sure you're in every single dream.
Probably am. I'm probably haunting you.
But I don't remember them.
That looks like something Chaz would wear.
It does.
Sorry, another ad.
This is really weird.
Catocin?
Catocin.
Save up to 50% shop now. That's definitely a Chaz Clark outfit if he's listening. Okay, go ahead.
Do you like spending time with your partner's friends and family?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love your friends and I love your family. There's not one person in your family I can think of that I don't like to spend time with. Honestly. And I like your friends, most of them. I don't think you have one friend right now that I do not care for. I don't think you do.
That's weird.
Do you?
No, I don't
You've
think
had
so.
some friends in the past where I'm not a fan. Not a fan. There might be a few people that I don't necessarily trust. I would never expect you to leave a friend and neglect a friend because I don't like them. That's like really bad, unless I feel like they're really a bad influence on you and your family. Like if you had a friend that was taking you out to like running around with gangs or like taking you to nightclubs and getting you into trouble, then yeah, I might not like that friend.
Yeah.
And I might think that you really need to think about like, is that what you, and you would do the same for me. If I was running around with a girl who like would take me out and get me in trouble and like, you know what I mean? You'd be
I
like,
had like an
like
OnlyFans and it was really risky. I'd be like, you guys need to hang out here at the house.
Oh my gosh.
You need to hang out at the house.
So I can keep a good eye on you.
I will get your drinks.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I love all your family. I like them. I wish I could hang out with like your brother more.
Well, I wish I could hang out with my brother more too.
You know, and I like your family. I always have.
I don't think I have any friends right now that you don't care for either. I don't have a lot of friends.
We like people though. You have to be a real dick for us not to like you.
I don't have a lot of I have a lot of friends, but I'm not saying that. I don't go like when I say okay. Let me rephrase that. I do have a lot of friends, and so do you. I have a lot of people I consider my friend, acquaintances, whatever. But like people that I actually go out with on a regular basis is very slim to none because I don't go out very often. You know what I mean? And when we do, Jeff and I a lot of times have mutual friends. Like we get, we have like a group, that if we do go out, we go out with together. So anyway, let's do a couple more and then I have to take care of my eyes. The next question
is literally the dumbest question of 2020.
Oh, I love dumb questions.
How often do you talk on the phone with your partner? Never.
Never, but you know what? That's not true.
That's not true.
But
super gay.
No, it's not.
That is.
No, it's not because when you like FaceTime me or call me out of the blue, it scares me. But when I realize that you don't, which just never doesn't happen very often. But like if you were just to be like, I just want to say hi, I just want to see your face, that would be so sweet. I would talk to you.
Well, I'd talk to you too.
But I mean, we don't call each other. I mean, we do though. We
I'm a
do call each
texter, I'm
other.
not a caller.
I am too, but sometimes we do call because it's just easier. Like I FaceTime you throughout the days and be like, hey, it's just easier. So we do sometimes, but definitely not daily. But I do like if I'm in a
No, I don't mind to call, and FaceTime
I'd
is
rather
great because I do
FaceTime
get
you.
to see you.
Right, I'd rather FaceTime than call.
Right, it doesn't bother me to do it. I'm just saying it's not something that happens. That's not where we communicate the most. It's
Oh
not- or it's-
no.
Yeah.
No.
What are we, teenagers that we sit on the phone for hours?
When
and
you
talk?
when you said it stupid, I thought it was gonna be like how often do you page your partner or something? I didn't know.
I would love to bring pagers back. Get rid of these phones. Bring the pagers back.
Why?
There's something sexy about it.
Oh my gosh, there is absolutely nothing.
It's like you always felt like a drug dealer when you had a pager.
Do you know it's just about
When
as
I got into
sexy as
real
when people
estate
walk
in
around with the Bluetooth in their ear all the time.
When I got in 1988, when I got a pager out of college and I was into real estate,
Oh my god.
I felt like a straight pimp running around. And I get my phone, my pager would go off, and I'd be like, "Sorry, I have to go. I gotta make a call. It's important." You know what I mean?
I never owned a pager.
So cool.
Never owned one.
How far are we?
I haven't lived, I guess.
Not yet. You haven't.
Let's do one more.
Let's do one more.
We'll do one more. We can save this list. I like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
list.
save the list for sure because there's a lot of questions.
And there's some good ads on here.
The ads are really good.
Nespresso?
Nespresso.
Nespresso. What do we have? Let's do a commercial. It's a gifting assistant. Oh,
What?
Nespresso, a gifting assistant. That's very nice. Interesting. Go ahead.
How often do you think of your partner?
I think about
Pretty
you.
much constant.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like you're a fixture in my mind.
yeah, same. I mean, I'm sure you get busy throughout the day or something, but obviously you think about. I would think you would think about your partner every day, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, as Jim Justice would say.
Constantly, very often, on a very regular basis. I don't ever usually go, oh yeah, Ange.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's doing. I usually don't. Not that I keep track of what you're doing, but I'm like, I don't know. This usually, I'm thinking about you.
I mean, when you've been together for 29 years, it's like you said, it's like, do I think about my kids every day? Of course I do.
Being together this long, it would be a very difficult habit to break if we broke up and we weren't together to get you out of my head.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying? When you're with somebody
yeah.
for 29 years, and it's not 29 years after you've lived 29 years and you have experiences. It's key portion of your life.
We have been together more than we have not.
15 years old to 45. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a long time, and it would be so weird to not. It would be really weird.
Yeah. Right. I
Are
like this
we
list.
going to end on that one?
Yeah, let's end on that one. I like this list. I think we should circle back to it every so often. But you got to mark somehow.
I'm going to mark it in the notes right now.
Can you just?
Well, I'll save. This is saved. I got it. I got
Can't
it
you
under
just
control.
take your pen and
I
circle?
don't need to. I got this under control.
Okay, it's your iPad. I will stay out of it.
I got this under control.
Okay. All right. Well, this is good. I liked this one.
That was fun.
It was fun.
I think we're done.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.